So let's get into this thing, man.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you know how to
Wow.
cut laham.
I know how to cut.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which reference?
Huh?
Which reference? Why you know? We gave you reference number.
Yeah.
Reference. Anyone, why?
Yeah, he said come over here and
Yeah, we have job.
Wow.
you're cutting here?
Yeah.
No, only this one. We
Cut
cut
inside.
Only
Back
this
side
one.
up. You go, come inside and go.
Okay.
Boss no here.
Huh?
No problem. Come here. You talk to
No problem. No problem, Aki.
When boss comes,
You come.
Oh, let me pause this real quick.
Yeah, man.
Yo,
Copyright, man.
listen.
That copyrighted music, remember, Mark? Come on.
Oh, is it copyrighted?
I'm messing.
Oh, okay. Now I'm pausing it because I'm saying that. You see why I'm so glad. Look, don't get it twisted. You see, when I was a youth and that, coming from school, you might go into a certain chip shop, pound, chicken and chip. In them days, it was 99p. You get, you know, them little square boxes
Come on.
with chips and then a chicken. And I remember one day I bought I bought like a chicken and chips, and it had like the chicken was that big that it filled the bottom of the box, yeah. And then like the ketchup was almost like a pinky red. I just threw it straight in the bin. And ever since then I don't mess with these spots because this is how I imagine a man's able to sell chicken for 99p with chips. Look at how that's stored. People, look at how that's stored. That's why I go farm, Noble.
Come on.
Because look at that. Look at how it's stored outside in cages. Them cages are used for everything.
Everything.
Them cages are used for filthy boxes coming off vans.
Yep.
Them cages are used for all kind of rubbish that's being transported. Them cages are used for everything. So these men are putting chicken in that. This is crazy, man. This is crazy, and this is what man's are eating. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
You
wow.
eat it, and then when you want, when man's belly is constantly running every other day, this is why. And you're saying, "Oh, my belly's running." Look, that you see that meat. That they just look at this meat as stock. You know, like Noble, like Noble. You got your clothing brand now, and you've got stock. Like that stock represents not only an investment but a profit.
Exactly.
These man, they just look at this as stock. They don't look at it as a meal. And what I'm saying to you is, people, understand this. This is something that is just being delivered. Like these men work here, of course. So imagine if the process from getting the meat off the truck into the building is this. Do you think there's any integrity or care in the preparation of this meat?
Hey, no, let's go before that. The slaughtering in the abattoir. If they're gonna present meat to the end user, which is his butchers, how did what level of care was given to those chickens in their last life, their last moments of life? You know how wicked human beings are and mankind. I've seen those undercover cameras with sheep, with pigs, with chickens. These people are literally savages, man. Mistreating the animals, beating them, kicking them across the floor, doing all kind of stuff. So as I say, that happens. They put them into raw, damn, dirty cages with wheels on, deliver them to Akbar, and he's got them outside. The one saving grace, Mark, the one saving grace I will say, he's got gloves on. The both of them have got gloves on. At least.
Yeah, but that means not a Noble if you're handling other things.
If you're handling dirty meat to begin with.
Yeah, that only means something, Noble. Because I'm just cleaning it up. That means something if you're following the correct practices. You know that better than me.
Come on.
But if you're not, then having gloves on means nothing. It's probably better to not have them on. Because remember, if you're touching the bin and the door and different things, remember, you're just, that meat, that nastiness is sticking to the glove. You get me? And then you're putting it on the meat. And obviously we, Facts Western, in our defense though, Mark, we as Caribbeans wash our meat down with lemons and vinegar. You know, so hopefully built an immune to this garbage. But yo, we don't even want to do business with man that are treating the meat like this.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Let's see what else goes on here.
Face to face to boss.
What time?
You here?
Huh?
You local?
Well, about 10 miles.
You're looking at job, right?
It's good. We'll say come. Or if you talk to someone like staff for us, maybe he say no, then talk to boss. It's good to talk to boss.
Just talk to boss, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or you can go ask the lady.
Look at how he's dashing that chicken in. If look at that,
Come on.
Yeah, you go inside. Leave or give me
it's just stock. I told you.
Yeah. Looking for a job.
Yeah, it's just stock, man. It's just stock. That's all it is. That's all it is, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
facts, Asia. But why is that, Asia? It's a large portion of these Caribbean youth in these chicken shops. That's slightly wrong. Where you said Caribbean / African,
African.
because that brother who had the YouTube channel, the big man, but he looked like a little boy. He was kind of like the boy from what you talking about, Willis? You remember my man, the
Arnold,
chicken
yeah,
connoisseur.
Yeah.
That was just. I remember sometimes I was watching it and I was like, yo, my man's probably got the worst, like just bare fries, fizzy pop.
Yeah.
And I'm like, a lot of them boss man shops, this is where the meat's coming from, people.
Mm.
This is where the meat. If you see me eating any meat, I go to the farm, innit? Integrity. You know, the animals are treated. Of course, they go into their death, but they have a happy life until that point.
Yeah.
They're not seeing like these, man. You see, like you've seen nothing yet, you know. Because if you look at this on the slaughter thing, man will have like 100 chickens and one and just poof, make it up in front of the others. Man are eating that fear. That's why all these emotions are in these dudes. That's why.
Come on, Mark. I'm
Yeah,
glad
man.
you said that.
Yeah, man. That's why these
Glad.
dudes are so emotional, because they're eating that. They're eating that. Oh, Western's comment. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, Aisha. I see what you're saying. I mentioned Caribbeans based on Western's comment. Most parents don't cook. Too busy working. Lack of family structure. Kids left to roam. Facts. Because remember, Noble, if you think about it, these chicken and chip shops, a pound chicken and chips, some man are probably eating that for dinner. You see what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes. Okay.
Crazy out here.
1 minute. Since we're talking about this, is very much related. Has anyone, watched Pignorant?
Pignorant, no. You want this video on the screen?
Yeah, run that still. Oh, this is a perfect time.
I'll be going down into the gas. We're going to get a call. The majority of pigs in the UK are killed in gas chambers. The meat industry say it's humane.
It's fairly well documented. It's one of the humane methods of slaughter.
But when I found out what was really going on, I had to do everything in my power to expose it. So I asked my partner Tarian to come along for the journey, and I turned to Dan to go in as an undercover employee.
When Joey and I first met, I learned all about his background, how he turned his life around, and began his work for animals.
Suffering is universal. You can see in their eyes, but everything sort of went up a notch when I come across this notorious gas chamber in Manchester.
Security cameras just there.
So in the UK, there are charities set up specifically to prevent cruelty to animals. And why weren't more of them speaking out against the use of CO2?
Yeah, but you know what? No, but you know what it is though, yeah? You know what it is though with this kind of thing. Look at it. How much people, I've said this before, how much people do you think will eat a meal that includes chicken today? Millions, right?
Yes.
So that is that's millions of chickens that will be eaten today alone. Today is Saturday. So across the UK, let's just say, I'm just gonna put a number. Let's say 5 million chickens get eaten today.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow's Sunday, so you gotta up that number. Let's say 10 million chickens get eaten on Sunday.
Yeah.
Then let's go to Monday and let's say another 5 million chickens get eaten. That's 20 million chickens in 3 days.
Yeah.
Now, think about a week, then think about a month.
Come on.
How is it possible
Come on.
to farm that many animals? It's damn near impossible. So what happens is the people that are in these industries cut corners to be able to create faster. Like I explained to you last week, an analogy. A barber, when we were children, think about it. When you went into the barber with your mom, sometimes you were in there 2, maybe 3 hours. That's because if there was 3-4 men before you, a trim would take half an hour ahead.
Yep.
because a man was taking pride in the cut. But as the cost of living went up, work rate went down. And now if you go into a barber, it might be he's trying to cram as much heads in to that day to pay for something.
Yes.
Like, I got to pay my mortgage, so I need to cut at least 20, 30 heads a day. The quality of the trim goes down.
Yes.
Now, apply that same level of thinking to the meat industry. That's their stock. So they're going to cut corners, which is why the other day I seen some wings in the supermarket. No, but they were like chick wings.
Oh my God.
That's how small they was. And that's because they weren't ready to have been on the shelf yet. But they need to produce these things to just get it out. Have you ever bought meat from a supermarket, pull it in the fridge, woke up in the morning, open the fridge, and the fridge stinks because the meat was no good? And that's why I went thingy pesky for a bit.
Yeah. I totally get it. And the more knowledge you do on industrial farming, because that's what the problem is. It's farming taking place on an industrial level. It's the system creating this fast food. Fast food was a treat when we were growing up. It wasn't something that you had every day. It was something that you had maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks. Now, fast food is just food. It's standard. You know what I mean? The most we had was your McNasty's, your Kentucky, and Wimpy. There weren't no Burger King when I was growing up. Burger King was new money. But again, let's put Burger King in it. Look where we did there now. You got all these little mini franchises. This burger something, the shake this, the that, the sweet shop here, the this something here, the wok place, the Malaysian desi food place, whatever. It's all out there. And what are you not doing? You're not going to your home and cooking no more. And if you're in your house, you're ordering the Just Eat, the Uber Eats, the whatever else eats to come and deliver the damn thing to you.
Deliveroo, Uber Eats, Just Eat, yeah. Bag of them.
So you're not eating. Man's ain't not eating the real food anymore. So how do we based upon those numbers Mark said, how do we produce that many chickens in an industrial level? Oh, well, you've got to introduce hormones, right? Yeah, you've got to introduce hormones. So the chickens, like Perfect Food documentary, watch Food Inc. Old school, but it goes through the thing on how long it used to take for chickens to grow and how long it takes them to grow now. They're maturing chickens within like 2-month period now before they're being slaughtered. Sometimes like 30 days.
Yeah, because they're just trying to get it out. And you got to think, that's why a couple years ago, KFC had a shortage, remember?
Yep.
They had a shortage. Nando's had a shortage because too much chicken is being produced. And when you go to the farm and you see the price difference and you're like, how come I can buy all them wings in the supermarket for like £3? But in the farm, yeah, then you're like, well, in the farm, that's because it's just full of hormones and that.
Yes.
You see what I mean? And that's why you're seeing people arise in bare different conditions, and that's why it's happening.
Well, look at some girl, Mark. They look, because they're eating so much damn chicken, yeah, with all the hormones in it. They're starting to favor looking like chicken.
And stubborn fat, all that stubborn fat, you know, like when you see certain girl and they got like mad stubborn fat under the arm and like a dinner lady.
Yeah.
That's because of the hormones that's in the meat. It doesn't matter. You can run on the treadmill all day. As long as you're eating that, it's stodgy, innit? And it just creates mad problems, and yeah, it's horrible still.
To DEFRA. Do you want to pass a message on that we are making a documentary? We want to speak to someone from the DEFRA office?
Essentially, if we suspect you of suspicious behaviour, which, to be honest...
They do legislation for the meat industry.
Okay,
so we're investigating the meat industry.
That this cruel and scientifically condemned method by scientist after scientist is now...
Yeah, because I remember, I remember learning back in the day. So I'm going to go deep right now, people. I remember learning that back when the ancestors were going through slavery, let's say a woman had a man and she was pregnant. What the wicked man would do is bring the man and bring the woman into a room. He would beat the man within an inch of his life in front of the woman. The reason why that tactic was done, people, is because the fear that the mother had of losing the father before the child was born. That fear would go into the child. So they believe that the child was born fearing
Yes.
the people that ran the plantation. I don't use the word massa. The people that ran the plantation thought that that would breed them in order. So when that baby was born, he was born fearing them. Now, think about that, but with something that you are eating now. So think about, man, that I don't even get a man to eat pig anyway. That's crazy. I remember seeing pigs in Jamaica, like eat doo-doo and all that. Truth be told, man will think that I don't eat pork because of some rest thing. It's not even that. Just observe that animal. Just look at it. People, if you go to a farm or whatever, just look at how a pig behaves. It's almost like a
walking dustbin.
Yeah, but it's like a scoundrel. It eats whatever.
Scavenger.
Yeah, it eats everything, and it will eat waste and all kind of things. And I remember just thinking, like that. Imagine that's eating doo. It will eat its own doo-doo.
True. My dogs do that as well.
But you don't eat dogs.
Chinese people do.
I got another video to play actually. Speak about that. but think about it. So now you eat that. So you say, yeah, I'm gonna have a bacon sarnie, mate, in the morning.
Yeah.
Now you eat that. That meat's already been infused with all kind of sweat.
Every kind of nut. Remember,
spit,
no.
piss, doo-doo.
Pigs don't sweat, remember, sibling?
Oh, don't they?
They have inabilities to sweat. So all of them toxins
built up, yeah. Even worse. Because remember, sweat's released to cool you down.
Yeah.
So think about all them built up doo-doo, piss, all that nastiness, and then you're eating that. Now over time, you know certain men that you used to know from school, and you see them like, yo, what happened, man? Yo,
you just been eating all the damn time.
But it's not just the fact of that. Because if he was eating lean beef or something, it wouldn't look so.
No.
It's because of the pork.
Hey, but you know one thing I will say in the defense of the swine, they apparently, according to the scientists, etc., are very intelligent animals. Very intelligent. That's one plus thing. Yeah, they're highly intelligent. Sorry, yeah, they're highly intelligent. Very, very, very intelligent pigs are. And the way, as I say, this industrial farming thing is, it's a total distress. Like man, I won't even get into it. Watch the song, man. Everyone watch that pignorant thing. Not when you're eating and stuff, though. Not when you're eating.